Shelley Hofberg is a clairvoyant, medium, pet psychic, and tarot reader. She does not ask for the details about your life, but primarily relies on her gift of clairvoyance to receive the psychic insights that will be the most helpful to you about your soulmate, relationships, money concerns, and your career path. As a pet psychic, she will receive insights about what your pet or pets wants you to know. As a medium, she will connect with your loved ones on the other side. Shelley Hofberg is the host of the Psychic Horizon radio show, produced by Goldilocks Productions and presented on Blog Talk Radio, Thursdays at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. Shelley brings together the pioneers and visionary teachers to share with you some of the most enlightening knowledge that is out there today to expand your horizons and open the paths to higher consciousness.
Welcome to the Psychic Horizon Show. I'm your host, Psychic Shelley Hofberg, and today's special guest is psychic numerologist Jeremy Riden, who will be talking about numerology and also letting you know what changes you can expect for the new year, and what changes that are coming up for you that are coming up in January, February. Next week I will have Jeremy Riden, not Jeremy Riden, I will have Brian Ross, psychic medium Brian Ross, who's the host of the Magical Journey radio show, produced by Goldilocks Production on Blog Talk Radio. It comes on 8 p.m. Eastern Time. And on that's on the 17th, Jeremy Riden. And on the 31st, I'm going to have January 31st, I'm going to have Jimmy Max. He also has a show on a Blog Talk Radio produced by Goldilocks Production, and he is a medical intuitive. I will have Jeremy back on February 8th, Jeremy Riden, and Brian Ross back on February 7th. Sorry, I can't see too well today. On February 7th, and I'll have Brian Ross back on February 14th, and I don't have any other guests lined up as now, so that's all I have. And I just want to let you know that I'm going to be at the Learning Light Foundation Fair, Psychic Fair, in Anaheim, California. That's in Orange County, on this coming Saturday from 10 a.m. To 4 p.m. So if you get a chance, come down and see me. I'm now ready to bring on my guest, Jeremy Riden.
Hi, Shelley. It's so great to be back on your show for the very first time in 2019. What a great year we have ahead.
Yes, that's great. And can you tell us about yourself?
Well, everyone out there in radio land, however you're listening to this broadcast, my name is Jeremy Riden. I'm an intuitive life coach and miracle mentor. I help people tap into their fullest potential by recognizing the divinity inside of them. I have a master numerologist and a professional astrologer, but everything I do to teach and help people get a breakthrough is to let them learn how to heal deeply so they can live fully. So for all those that are listening today, press number 1, and we will get you in the lineup to get a free numerology mini reading on what's going on in your love life, your career, and even what to expect this coming year in 2019.
Yes. And Jeremy, what changes can we expect for 2019?
Well, I'm glad you asked, Shelley. Everyone in numerology, there's a thing called the universal year. And what the universal means, this is a energy that the whole world is experiencing at the same time. And it changes on the new year in January. This year we have entered into the number 3 in numerology. And this is an exciting time to be on the planet because number 3 is a very magical number. It's the number of optimism, hope. It's the number of joy and laughter and happiness. And so we should expect there to be a lot more joy in the world, joy to the world, joy to you who are listening right now. Maybe you've been going through a hard time. Maybe this last year was just real slow. Things seemed really to not take off as fast as you wanted. Well, in the 3-year, you'll just feel the burden lift off your shoulders as you make new friends and you begin to party and socialize. So if you've been a hermit for a while, it's time to come out of your shell. So on the other side of a 3-year, what the challenge is because 3 is all about communication. What your challenge and your growth in this 2019 is learning how to be a better communicator, learning how to be a better teacher, a better instructor, a better, communication, Shelley, is in everything. Can I communicate better with my wife? Can I communicate better with my children? Can I communicate better to myself? With the voices in my head, listening to my higher power. You see, 3 is, when it comes to communication, it's here to learn how to speak the truth, your authentic truth, without fearing the approval of people. A lot of politicians can learn this, my friend, because so many politicians, they tell us what they think we want to hear instead of saying what they're actually going to do. This will not happen in 2019. People will hold our public officials, they will hold our leaders accountable to say, speak the truth to us. Don't just tell us what you think is going to keep you popular, but tell us what is real. And so we're going to see that on a global thing, that people are going to stand up and speak truth to power. We really don't want to be flattered, even though 3 is about popularity. The challenge is, how do you use your popularity in a positive way? How do you use your charm in an authentic way that inspires and lifts everyone up? So everyone listening right now, ask yourself, where do you get intimidated? Are you intimidated at work? Are you intimidated at school? You're going to learn to not be afraid to stand alone, to say, this is how I feel, this is what I think. You may not agree with it, but this is my heart. This is what I really feel in my spirit. And that kind of speaking, that kind of talking, it releases fear. We think that, fear is that I'm scared to tell the truth. In 2019, we can tell the truth without being scared. In fact, it frees us. As Jesus said, the truth shall set you free. You're going to find as you speak more truth in your relationships, more truth in the friends and neighbors, that you'll find an intimacy that hasn't been there in a while. And not just intimacy, but joy and happiness. And you'll just feel this load off of your shoulders. So what should you be doing in 2019? You should be going out and partying, having fun, laughing, joy, writing, very creative. It's going to be a very creative year. You're going to see a lot of, just the things on the lighter side of life, fashion, beauty, even creativity at work. You're going to feel inspired to do a lot of new things this coming year as you make new friends. Because in a 3-year, it's all about making new friends. So everyone, get ready to really just feel great in 2019.
And what changes can we expect for January, February?
Well, let's just get right to it. Every month, even though we're in a 3-year, every month has a particular spin upon it. And in January, in numerology, is really not the number 1 this year. It becomes the number 4. And so we get that. How do you get that? By taking the universal year, which is 3, and adding it to January the 1st, which is a 1, and that becomes a 4. And so what does 4 mean? January, which makes perfect sense for this right now, is all about getting structured again. It's about really making plans for the coming year. It's about, just getting organized, getting your house clean, getting your closets clean. All you folks, some of us that have a lot of closets full of clothes, it's a good time to get those clothes out and donate them to the Goodwill. Go into that junk drawer, and you've been meaning to clean it out. By cleaning things out and organizing your files, organizing your desk, organizing the house, what will happen is you'll begin to feel your life becoming organized. Maybe some of you feel disorganized. Maybe some of you feel like, I don't know whether I'm coming and going. January is saying, hey, baby, take time out to reassess where it is you're at now and where you're heading, and make steps, make goals, make plans. And so really great time to work. This is a time to work. Even though 3 is about fun, joy, and having fun, January says, have fun at work. Have fun with your coworkers. Do things with your coworkers that are fun, but also productive. Also getting things done while you're enjoying spending time with people. Now, February, even though January is a lot about work and getting reorganized, February really is what we call Valentine's Day, the month of love. We go into a high vibration. So February is going to be, ooh, la, 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 a lot of love, a lot of dating, a lot of passionate, hot, wild sex. So if you have not been in the bedroom for a while, you might want to dust the lot, because February says it's time to throw caution to the wind and let your body feel alive. Let your body feel alive with the touch of another person, with the caress of another hand, with the kiss of another tender lip. So I want you dating in February. And if you're married, go out on dates. Go out and, take a vacation. A lot of us in the north, February, we're kind of tired of winter. Go on a cruise. Take your spouse and say, hey, we're taking the week and we're going to Cancun. And you know what? We may not even see the beach because it's going to be so hot in our bedroom. So that's what I'm talking about. February, travel, romance, dating. Good time, though, for those that are in sales or marketing. It's a great time to market your products. It's also going to be a great time for networking for business. So for those of you that need people to buy your products, February says get out there and go to those networking events, because you will meet somebody that will open more doors for you to have more clients. So definitely travel, network, marketing, romance, and finding more business success when it comes to actually making clients. So that's what's going on this first January and February. A lot of great stuff. Back to you, Shelley.
Let's take our first caller, Jeremy, which is area code 386. Hello, 386.
Hi, Shelley. Hi, Jeremy. How are you?
We're fine.
Great.
And who do we have the pleasure of speaking to?
This is Cindy.
Hi, Cindy, and Happy New Year, Cindy. And Cindy,
Happy New Year.
And Cindy, how can we help you today?
I would love some insight on finances and like a residential move.
Okay, Cindy, real quickly, I'm going to just get her birthday information, and then I'll turn her over to you, Shelley. Cindy, when is your birthday?
4/28/66.
4/28, and how old are you currently?
52.
52. Okay, definitely. I'm going to take a look and see what the Destiny cards and numerology says for you, and I'm going to turn you over right now to one of the greatest psychics on Blog Talk Radio, Shelley. Shelley, what do you see for Cindy when it comes to work and maybe a move?
Cindy, I do feel that there's going to be a move, and it's going to be in February, March, or April, so the move is going to be coming soon. And I'm feeling possibly selling a house and purchasing a new home, purchasing another home. And it looks like that you're going to be living closer to your family. I feel that you have, family around you, and that you're going to be moving close to your family. You're going to be about maybe 1 or 2 miles from your family, that you're going to be closer to them. So the move is coming up before May. And I feel the sale of a house, and I feel that you'll get a good price for that, and that will give. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't own a house to sell, but I have family in the same state I'm living in now. I have some family that's about 3.5, 4 hours away, 3 hours away maybe. 3.5, and then I have some family that's out of state that's about 8 hours away, and I was wondering if you could see which family you saw me moving closer to.
I feel you moving closer to the family in state.
Okay.
That you're going to be moving to their area. And I am seeing a sale of a house. If it's not your house, then there might be someone in the family that could be thinking about selling a house.
Okay.
I also feel that you may you may lease at first, but then you're going to end up by the end of the year purchasing a house. I see you having a house. I see you having your own place, owning a place.
Okay, yeah, that would be my ultimate goal. And a friend of mine has offered a rental that she owns near her house, which is also near my family in this state. So that would fit. Half of that house, she split it, and she's been renting it as a duplex right now. Do you see me going to that location? Will that location work for me? There's a couple of things that haven't been worked out yet, like pets, but because I have dogs, and the other person in the other half of the duplex comes in and out at all hours of the night, so they didn't want somebody next door with dogs that they might wake up. Do you see that being where I go first, or not?
I feel that she does want you to, that she would like to rent the place to you. She is interested in having you as a tenant, but I feel that it's a man that lives next door, and he may, be out sometimes in the evening and sleep during the day, and the dogs may bark, because dogs do bark.
Mhm.
So it may not be that particular location because of the dogs. I don't think it would work out if she let you move in. I think he would complain about the dogs. Is there like 3 or 4 dogs?
Yes. Mhm.
Yeah,
and she's a dog lover. She has a lot of dogs. The lady that owns the house. It's just that the person in the other half of the property had an issue.
I think she's going to see if talk to him and see if he would have any objections to dogs. He may not, but I'm thinking after you move in that the dogs may keep him away, because dogs bark.
Mhm. Yeah, mine aren't really barkers, other than twice a day when I go to take them out. And
if she
everybody
lets him
wants
know
to
that
go
if
first,
she,
but
if
it's limited.
Yeah, if she lets him know that there's no problem with barking, then I think the man will be agreeable to letting you move next door to him. Because I feel that she wants to check with him first and let him know.
Okay.
So you might be living there, and what kind of dogs are they?
Oh, I have some rescues, so they're different kinds.
Yeah, I feel that the dogs all get along with each other.
Oh yeah.
And I feel that 2 of them are not real small, and 2 of them are smaller dogs.
Mhm.
And I feel both males and females.
Mhm.
And I feel that the dogs that 2 of them are kind of close to each other. The smaller dogs, they seem to like to play together.
Mhm. Yep, they all get along.
Yeah, and I feel that that the place would be good for the dogs. The dogs would like it there, and I feel that that there is a yard, so the dogs would have a yard. So that would be good.
Yep, there's a yard, and across the street there was a pasture I would be able to also rent for my horses. So that's why it was fitting, and that lady wasn't using the property and needed the extra income to rent the pasture.
I feel that she would rent to you. I really think that as long as that the man, because the man is going to be hesitant at first, but if she tells him that the dogs are not noisy dogs, I think he'll be agreeable to letting you move next door to him. So I feel you'll be living there for a while, and then sometime in August, September, October, November of this year, I feel that there would be a possibility of another move to your own house, because I feel by then that your finances and money are going to have improved. Your finances and money will improve, and so I feel that that you would be moving at that time. So this move will be good for now. I think you'll like it there. I think the man is nice, and I think the dogs will be very happy there, and you'll be closer to family.
Okay. Yeah, I was hoping, I've had some, if I work there, I've also got some work offers there. So I was hoping, that would take care of because where I live now is just very remote, and so work is very slow. It's a remote area.
I feel that the area that the house is in, that your friend's house in, that's a good area. That's a good area, and I do think that you would be able to find employment. And I see you maybe getting a job working with animals. Doing something with animals. It could be a veterinarian or some kind of animal organization that you'll be working for. I feel that you're going to be working with animals.
Okay.
Yeah, because you love animals, and I feel that you'll be able to continue to rent that pasture long term for your animals, because the house that you'll be moving into, it'll be close to your family, and it won't be that far from the pasture.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, so you are going to get a job, so I think that this is going to be a good year. And then it feels like there's possibly a relationship coming in for you. Is there a relationship now?
Oh, no, I haven't dated in a few years, actually.
All right.
I kind of say it off to myself.
There's a relationship coming up. I feel the area that you're renting a pasture, that there might be a place nearby that has a stables.
Okay.
Because I'm seeing somebody living in the area. It could be like a ranch, because I'm seeing like a ranch. I'm seeing stables, and I'm seeing horses. I feel that he also owns horses.
Okay.
It's some kind of ranch or farm. It's maybe in another area, but not that far from where you're going to be moving, because I see, cattle, and I see sheep, and I see horses.
Okay.
And he works the land, and I see it's some kind of a ranch, and I feel that he, also might be a veterinarian. A veterinarian, not for cats and dogs, but for farm animals. Is there farms around?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for farm animals. It's an
area where there's farms.
Yeah, because I feel he's a veterinarian for farm animals, that's his specialty. And I feel that, you're going to be introduced to him, that you're going to meet him for somebody, that someone's going to tell you about him, and you're going to be meeting him. He may even come and take care of your horses, and that's how you meet him.
Okay.
But, again, your horses are in pretty good health, but there might be something coming up that one of the horses would need a vet. So I feel you meeting a man and getting into a relationship, and he's medium built and medium height, and he has like salt and pepper hair with blue eyes.
Oh,
So
okay.
so I feel he's attractive. So I feel you are going to meet someone. You are going to get into a relationship this year, and it's going to be February, March, April, or May, like around that time.
All right.
And Jeremy, what do you pick up for
That all
Cindy?
sounds good. Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome, Cindy. And what do you pick up for Cindy, Jeremy?
Well, you got a lot there, Cindy. That's why Shelley's the #1 psychic on Goldilocks Productions. Now, Cindy, real quickly, is any of the states that you may be moving to is Alabama?
No, I hadn't planned on it.
I want you to think about Alabama. Even if there's a connection there, I would most likely see a trip coming up there within the next year or so. So even if you don't move there now, there's something with that state coming up down the road. So when it does happen, you can be reminded. Go ahead.
Okay, I do have a cousin that lives in Alabama that I've been connecting with on Facebook.
Okay, so I want you to connect to her.
That might be a possibility. Okay.
I want you to connect to her and ask her, hey, when I get settled in or this or that, I'd like to come visit you sometime. Or even ask her, are there any good places to live down there near you that are not expensive? And because there's something with Alabama in you, and just to give you something for fun to think about.
Okay.
Outside of that, now you're going to be turning 53 in April, and you're 52 right now?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it would not surprise me if you move before April, because there is move all around you in numerology for this 52 year. So that would not surprise me if you're moving before you turn 53. It did show that some money went out this last year, so I don't know if there were some expenses or something that you lost financially, but the good news is, the good news is you're coming out of that, and you go into in April a wonderful time of just being real popular with people, being really social again. So remember how you said you really keep to yourself? This move is going to allow you to be social again, because you're going to meet people you like. They're going to, not me rephrase this, they're not going to be just people the reason you will like them is because they're going to love you. They're going to get your wit. They're going to get your style and who you are. And so it's really good. Also, you go into, in numerology, an 8-year. An 8 years is the best year in numerology for money. It always promises some type of increase, some type of promotion. If you get a chance to take on a job with leadership, more responsibility, take that. Even if you're not sure if you know how to do it, listen, folks. All these people that act like they know what they do when they get on the job, they don't. They train you. Just take that job and learn as you go, because that's going to be a real great opportunity for you to make a lot more money. So 53 is an excellent year for you, but it's a transformational year. It's almost like parts of your life are going to die, and you're going to be reborn. It's a new life. And so get ready for that. Shelley gave you a lot to think about. Reach out to your cousin in Alabama, and you call us back next month and let us know give us an update, okay?
Wow, I will, and I am ready to start a new life. Absolutely.
And
All
Jeremy,
right, you have a good one.
Jeremy, how can Cindy get in contact with you?
Cindy and everyone out there, I have a website called Divine Spark Ministries, divinesparkministries.com. It's all one word. It's a website. Right now, if you go to that website, under the intuitive coaching, there is a free 10-minute clarity call. So everyone listening on Blog Talk, it would be crazy for you not to go and schedule your free call. And so that's divine, like, God is divine, spark, like a fire, ministries, divinesparkministries.com. Shelley, how can people get a hold of you?
You could go to my website, psychichorizon.com, or call me at 818-744-5241, and I charge for 30 minutes, $20, and for 45 minutes, $30. So you could get a hold of me there, and I want to wish you a happy New Year, Cindy. You're going to have a good New Year, and everything looks good that's coming up for you.
Thank you, and Happy New Year to you.
And you will move into your friend's place. And thank you for calling, dear.
Wonderful. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year. We're now going to continue our interview on numerology with Jeremy Riden, and then we're going to take our next caller, which is area code 484. Jeremy, what is numerology?
I'll say this real quick so we can get to that next caller. Numerology is the mystical teachings of numbers. Just like astrology, you have an astrology. People say, I'm a Sagittarius, I'm a zodiac. The planets represents personalities. Numerology teaches that your date of birth, the day you were born on, is a number, and that number has a lot to do with your personality. It has a lot to do with why you're on this planet, and even your name that you were given at when you were born, that name even has a number, and that has a lot to do with what you're here to accomplish. So everything, every building, every town, every city, everything in the world has a number. Even the great Pythagoras said the universe is nothing but one huge mathematical equation. So even though math at school taught you 2 plus 2 is 4, and that's a quantity, numerology teaches you the quality. What's the energy? What's the message? Just like angel numbers, what do they mean? So that's a quick rundown on that. I'm happy to get to the next caller 484.
Hello, area code 484.
Hi, thank you for taking my call. This is Tonetta calling. Thank you.
This is Tonetta. Hello, Tonetta. Happy New Year.
Yes, my question is, me and Desiree have, we're on Instagram together. She is commenting a little bit. She hasn't reached out with a full-blown conversation, but she's not blocking me anymore, and I feel like there's going to be a reconnection here. I just want to know what is going to go on. Like, is she definitely going to put the effort in this time and move in and try to work things out, or what is she going to do?
Okay, Tonetta, what is your birth date?
My birth date is 8/29/74, and I do have Desiree's birthday if you would like it.
Yes.
Her birth date is February the 13th, 1975.
And what's your relationship to Desiree?
Well, we grew up together. I've known her and was her best friend for 40 years.
Uh-huh.
And it's become a love relationship at this point.
Okay.
3 years ago.
Well,
okay.
Years ago. How old are you right now?
I am 44, and she's going to be turning 44 this February.
44. Okay, excellent.
Yep.
I'm going to turn you over to Shelley, and then I'll talk to you in a little bit.
Okay.
I feel, Tonetta, that Desiree, when I tap into her energy, she seems to be unhappy about some things in her life.
Okay.
She's kind of back and forth with her emotions. She goes back and forth. There is a very strong connection between you and Desiree, and I feel that there is love between the two of you. And I'm kind of feeling February, March, or April that the communication between you and Desiree is going to get better. There's going to be more talk and communication with each other. I feel not only on Instagram, but that you and she may also be talking on Skype. Using Skype to communicate. So I see the communication improving. Things will be up and down for a while, but she slowly seems to be, opening up to you. And, as the months go by, the communication will get better. And then as we get into June, July, August,
right.
I feel that at that time that you and Desiree would end up moving in together, and I see a house and I see children. Do both of you have children?
I have an 18-year-old daughter living with me full time. She has a 16-year-old daughter and a 19-year-old son that lives with her ex-husband. So they might decide to move in with us or whatever. I'm open to that. That's fine.
I feel that they may decide to move in. I think that they love their father, but I think that they miss their mother and they want to be.
Yeah.
They want to be with their mother, and I think that the father of the children will work something out where they could live with Desiree part time and live with him part time. I see him as being fair because the kids have been asking a lot about their mother, and he doesn't want to be the villain.
Mhm.
So I
yeah,
think that
Desiree's currently still involved with that abusive boyfriend of hers, that Andrew. She's still living there in the spare bedroom as far as I know. I haven't, spoken to Desiree in 9 months, but she's still with that abusive situation. And I'm sure that the universe, the reason that this is all happening is another chance for Desiree to get out of that situation and move on to something healthier. Because this is like the third round for me and Desiree. She just...
I don't think that her and Andrew are involved. She lives in the house, but they're
not. Yeah, he's right. He's with other women. He's cheating on her. She knows this, but she keeps sitting there. I mean, I don't know what to do, but the universe keeps, opening the door again here, for her to get another chance to get a better life.
I really feel like right around April, May, June, that's when she's going to end up moving with you. Andrew and her are not involved in a relationship anymore. He has other women, but she's not sleeping with him. She's not sleeping with him. She's in the other room. And I do feel that Andrew may have either a drug or alcohol problem, because I'm seeing something.
Well, they both do. They both do.
Yeah, because I'm seeing substance abuse, and I'm seeing
She does, and so does he. They both do.
I feel that Andrew is not going to get help. There's been, he came from a family where there was substance abuse in his family, but I feel that Desiree does want to get sober.
Okay.
And I think that she's going to end up going to either Narcotics Anonymous or Alcoholics Anonymous, going there. I don't see her going to rehab, but I see her getting some support and getting a sponsor and getting some support.
Okay.
And I feel that's gonna happen in March, April, because she is unhappy and she wants to be a good mother for her kids, and she doesn't want her kids to be around that anymore. And that's one of the reasons that she's going to get clean, and that's one of the reasons she's going to make a break from Andrew, because he's not going to get clean.
Right, yeah, because Desiree's doing some hard stuff, and, you can't help anybody unless they want help. I've dealt with addicts before, and you can't help them until they decide they want help.
She's going to get help. Because the children, are very attached to their mother. I don't think they're that close to their father, and I think that they're very attached to the mother, and it's very upsetting for them to see what's going on, and I think she's going to do it for her kids.
Yeah. Now, this time around, when me and Desiree do get involved, are we going to be fully involved, like full romantic situation, because we have not, crossed that line yet?
I feel it's going to be a romantic relationship between you and Desiree.
Okay.
I feel she loves you, and I feel the relationship is going to be romantic between you and Desiree.
Okay.
And Jeremy, what do you pick up for Tonita?
Well, happy 2019, and I would caution anybody that's in love with someone that is on drugs. You know, that's a big responsibility to bringing them in the home. But with that being said, Shelley's right on the money. When the Destiny cards back her up, actually the Destiny cards predict that you and Desiree would probably become lovers sometime in February, definitely by March. And it does and it does show also that in this year that Desiree would consider you more of a soulmate. So if you guys did get go to the next level, she would stop, playing around and realize what she has in you. So she is all around you. This time is the best time. But as I said, because you said there's, drugs involved, alcohol involved, that can definitely that can skew the Destiny cards, because meaning that if she's in her right mind, then this is the path that will follow. But if she's still into the drugs and this and that, she may not be following what the universe is trying to lead her to. But I would tell you that most likely you just got to watch your heart, but she will be there come February, and you guys will be at a romantic level. And she's definitely playing a big part this whole year with you, and her thoughts are towards you this year. And there is a chance that if you guys got together, that on her part, she's much more serious now than she's ever been.
Good. Yeah, because this is round 3. This is the third year here, and
repeat after me. Third time's a charm.
Third time's a charm.
And notice this too. You said this is round 3, right? And this is the number 3. In 2019 is the number 3, and this is your third time getting together. So the universe is lining up. Just make sure that she gets that help, that she stays clean and sober. But with that being said, we got to move along. Shelley, how can she get a hold of you?
You could call me at 818-744-5241, or go to psychichorizon.com. And I charge $20 for 30 minutes and $30 for 45 minutes. And Jeremy, why don't you tell Tonita about your special?
I will. Real quickly, Tonita, you also, besides getting her off of the drugs, the reason why she's on all that stuff is because she gets a lot of fearful thinking in her head, and she uses that stuff to escape. So a good counselor that can help her learn how to get out of her head and stay in the moment will go a long way. You and anyone else can reach me at divinesparkministries.com. I have a tab called Intuitive Coaching, and my services are right on there, Divine Spark Ministries. God bless you. Best of luck. Keep your heart open. Keep your eyes open, and we'll hear from you down the road.
Yes, thank you so much.
And have a good New Year, dear. Bye-bye.
You too. Bye-bye.
I'm now going to continue my interview with Jeremy Riden on numerology. Jeremy, what is the life path, and why is it the most important thing to know about your individual numerology profile?
I will definitely love to answer that question. I just want to reiterate for everyone that was listening out there that when you deal with someone that is using drugs or alcohol in a way, it doesn't matter how perfect of a match you are. If they don't get the help that they need, that's going to throw the match off every time. So always be cautious. Even with the reader, if they say, "Hey, you're great," realize you could be great, but when she's sober or when he's sober and he's on his right path. So just guard your heart that way. No matter how much you love somebody, you still got to protect your home and protect your heart. And that's my little, I don't know what you would call that, a warning. Okay, the question Shelley just asked, what is the life path number and why is that the most important? The life path number is very simply the number of the day you were born on all added together and reduced to a single number. And so my birthday is September 21st, 1975. I would add all those numbers together, reduce it to a single number, and my number is 7. And so this tells me that my life path is about spirituality, because 7 is the number of spirituality. It's the number of psychology. So if you listen to how I do, listen, everyone, when you call psychics and everything, notice how when I coach people, I still play the role of a psychologist. I'm still talking about their mind. That's part of the 7, because we're very analytical. So where someone might just say, hey, you're going to get together, I'm going to say, hey, you're going to get together, but think of this, think of that, and beware. That's the psychologist of a 7. So the life path number tells us a lot about your temperament, personality, and it tells us the road that you're going to be on. So, for example, 7 is a loner. Even though I'm very outgoing, I spend a lot of time alone because I'm a professional writer. I have 2 books, a third one coming out. You can get those on Amazon.com. Just look up my name, Jeremy Riden. And with that being said, the life path is most important, because if you know why God put you on this planet, then you can start doing activities, you can start doing projects, you can start hanging around people that line up with your soul purpose. Back to you, Shelley.
Jeremy, what is your destiny number?
Now, the destiny number, you are my destiny. The destiny number is your name. So remember how I said everything has a number? The way they do this is the alphabet. Every letter is assigned a number. And what you do is you take your name, and you can do this for free, folks. Go to google.com, just type in free numerology, and there's a lot of sites out there. You can just put your name in the little bar, hit enter, and it'll give you your destiny number. The destiny number tells us what your destination is. So, for example, the life path tells us how you're doing something, and the destiny number tells us what becomes of it, how it ends up. So if my life path is the road I'm traveling, the destiny number is my destination. So, for example, my life path was a 7. I said it was the road of spirituality. But my destiny number is the number 3, which is the number of the inspirer, the communicator, the encourager. So notice how I use spirituality. I use spirituality to lift people up, to encourage people, to inspire people. There's a lot of people that use spirituality to bring people down. So that's how you kind of learn in numerology how all the numbers blend in together. So the destiny number is your full name at birth, and it will tell us what you should be heading towards. It will also tell us your heart's desire, what you really want in your heart, how people see you. It will tell us how you come across to people. So your name tells a lot. It tells us how you come off, what you really are on the inside. So I may come off very loud and obnoxious, but I might be very quiet on the inside, or very intimidated. So you don't really know what people want on the deep level unless you've been around them a long time. But with the destiny, with your name, you can know right away what someone truly is like in their own heart, and then also know what they're like on their persona. Back to you, Shelley.
Jeremy, how can we use numerology in dating?
That's a wonderful, wonderful question. So the numbers are 1 through 9, and they're in different groups. You got the very smart thinkers, analytical people, which is 1, 5, and 7. Then you have the very creative people, which is 3, 6, and 9. And then you have the very family, heart, business people, which is 2, 4, and 8. And so what happens is this. If you know somebody's life path number, you can know whether that person's going to get along with the other person. So, for example, let's say my life path number is a 7, but my girlfriend's life path number is a 3. Well, the 7 is a homebody, but the 3 loves to go out and talk to everyone, go out all the time. So if you're with a partner that one wants to stay home and one wants to go out dancing all the time, there's going to be a conflict of interest. You're going to grow apart. So why numerology is important in dating, instead of falling in love with somebody through your emotions and then have to break up because you're not compatible, you can allow your heart not to get involved with somebody if you know that by numerology they're not a long-term compatible fit. Folks, we need to use a little bit. I know when we fall in love, it's like all logic goes out the door. But if you would be a little more wise before you fall in love, we would have less hurt, less divorce, and less resentment. And numerology can help you see who is the best match for you long term.
Awesome. And what are pinnacles and challenges in numerology?
All right. I'm going to answer this question, and it'll probably be the last one. We're getting ready to wrap it up here, folks. So I'm so glad that I was on this show, and you can get a free reading by going to DivineSparkMinistries.com. And then also, I look forward to being back next month on the show. But to answer that question for Shelley, Pinnacles in numerology tells us where the high parts of your life are, what the things that you're really good at, how you can excel. The challenges tells us the low points, where you struggle, how you mess up, how you sabotage yourself. So if you know that certain things are in a year are going to be really good for you to do to bring you success, that's your pinnacle. If you know by numerology it tells you a certain number, let's say it says your challenge this year is the 5. Well, the 5 is a very restless number. It likes to move. It likes to travel. It likes variety. But maybe you're in a job and your finances doesn't really need you to be all over the place. You need to be more stable, more steady. Well, that challenge tells us in this coming year that when it comes to your work, it's going to be a challenge for you to stay steady at it, because you're going to want to feel like just getting up and leaving and quitting and doing something else. So it's good to know what your challenges are ahead of time. But they say forewarned, you're prepared. To be prepared, forewarned is to be prepared. So if you know ahead of time what's coming and what you're struggling with, then you're not caught off guard. Then you can monitor yourself. Then you can talk to yourself and kind of coach yourself into making the right choices and not making mistakes, because numerology has already told you what is going on with you on a energy level, and even on activities and what events are going around you at this time in your life.
Well, I want to thank you, Jeremy, for being a guest on the Psychic Horizon show, and I will have you back on February 14th, Valentine's Day. So think of a love theme. And I wanted to thank Tiffany Whitesage Woman of Goldilocks Production for producing the Psychic Horizon show. And I want to thank the callers who participated in the Psychic Horizon show.
Thank you, Shelley. I'm looking forward to the 14th. You're going to be my Valentine date.
Oh, okay.
Bye, everyone. Remember, go out there and have a great, great year in 2019. See you next month.
Dear, bye-bye.